Okay, good afternoon. Now I need to say, and to the ones who are watching or will rewatch, good evening, good morning, whatever time frame you are. So let me ask you one question. How many of you are kind of freaks on learning? Please raise your hand. Do you have a freaks of learning here? Sorry for using that term, learns everything. Great. So I'm going to talk today about how to use not only different strategies, how to be a better, but actually to assess your energy. What that means to assess your energy. Any idea how you understand the energy? Some ideas. What is the energy? Everything around us, you can touch it. Actually, you can touch it. You can feel it. You can have it, and so on. So today, I have a few things just for you to guide where I'm going with this. So first statement is that the quality of your sleep, diet, exercise will determine energy levels. How many of you agree with this statement? Raise your hand. Oh, wow. Great. Thank you very much. We will tap on this in one of the other sections. If it takes less 2 minutes, do it now. How many of you is doing this? Please raise your hand. Wow, thank you. You're great. The ones who are not doing it, maybe it's going to be your takeaway, because at the end of this presentation, you're going to have some homework. Would you like to have some homework? Fun homework, yes. So today, during this presentation, we will do an assessment. Yeah, we will do a small assessment of your personal energy. Would you like to do an assessment of your personal energy that you can use later on? How many of you are willing to do this? Great. Another ask is, would you willing to collaborate with me today for your better performance? Thank you. Such encouraging words, and that means yes, yes, because you don't know that sleep is the most important productivity hack. You don't know this, but what you're going to know that movement actually raises your creativity levels up to 10% or even 20%. This is made by the study. So, as I mentioned, yes, I am Loreta Pivoriunaite, and if you see these three things, and they are interrelated. I've been working mostly in Southeast Asia with different companies where I have discovered and targeted into productivity field through the energy. What I'm going to use today is backed up by the science, different books, and by the end you will have a code where you can have all the literature that I have used in this presentation, and you can feel free to read those books. You will get a short version of today. Not everything, because I could put everything as much as I want, but you could also have access to the broader this topic. I also wrote the mentioned book, The Silent Coach, where I also backed up by the silence, different books, and researches that today you're also going to have. I want to give you a little bit of science here, practical things, and takeaways on your own. So what we're going to do, we're going to measure our own energy. So for that, we will need actually to have where to write, or maybe you can use your phone, because in the next slides, I will be giving 16 statements. 16 statements where they're going to help you to identify some areas. Those areas are 4. So in this, my talk today, I'm talking the energy in the terms that this is the capacity to do the work. So in that terms, we need energy to do the work, to measure the work. Just to get up, we need energy. So we're going to talk about 4 capacities of energy. Any idea, maybe somebody knows, what are those 4 capacities? Only 4. We're using them every day. Some of them are for free. Not yet. Okay, so I will use, and it's backed up by the science article long back in the 90s, actually, published in Harvard Business Review. And that test is very simple for you just to feel the glimpse where you are. And this is divided into 4 sections. So for the first section is physical. Physical talks about our force and that quantity of energy we have, how we are here, you know, how we move, how we eat, and of course how we sleep. That's our biggest quantity. Then we have a quality. This is the emotional, how we connected with people. Be ready today to get connected. Not on the phone, not on ChatGPT, but get connected. We will connect you. Then focus, mental focus is another capacity that we're going to measure. Yeah, that goes to our attention and focus. And finally, even though it's written spiritual, but this is about our force, that inner force that we have. Let it put in a simple way. This is nothing about spirituality and woo-woo, woo-doo-doo. It's all about your why. Why you do things, what you do. And this is so beautiful. So now we will go to this small assessment. So what you're going to see, it's 4 statements. What you need to do, read the statement and decide, do you agree or not? Yes, you put 1 point. If no, 0. Very simple, 4 statements. I would like you to do now because at the end we will count them. So physical. Yeah, read how many statements for you is, if it's yes, it's 1 point. If it's no, it's 0 point. Yeah, it goes to very simple things about your sleep, about your food, about your movements, and so on, because it's a part of where we get the quantity of our energy. Yeah? So if you have taken the picture, or the ones who are online, just the first action that comes, just put down. And write down to physical. At the end, we will be counting those ones. Next is the emotional. It's the same. Even though I'm going maybe a little bit faster, but please bear with me. I'm doing some pauses here so that you also, can get of it. Because those numbers at the end are important. So yes for 1, 0 for no. Yeah, if you agree with the statement. So we will be counting them. It's 4 statements here. Then we go to mental. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll go back. Thank you. Yes, I am agile here, even though it's a new term for me. Well, being in a totally different environment, it's a pleasure, to adapt and be flexible with you guys. So thank you for that as well. Yeah, so we went emotional, yeah? I don't stop frequently enough to express my appreciation to others. Yes or no? Yes or no, yeah? Are you constantly going to say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you? In Asia, when I was lived in Malaysia, every time on every step, they say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, it's how much it can be those thank yous. Yeah, so let's move on to the mental. Mental, again, it comes to a certain our routines, how we process the information specifically. I don't take enough time for reflection, strategizing, and creative thinking. Yes or no? Yes for 1, 0 for no. Yeah, so we'll need to count these statements. You can, first question that comes, don't think too much, because our body already knows that, knows the answer. Next is called the spiritual. You will see here that is everything what is connected to the purpose of what you do at work, or maybe your life, your activities, maybe there is some service you contribute to others. This is about that. If you can recall, Simon Sinek presentation or the book of why we do what we do, so that golden circle. So it's actually here. It's here. Are we done? Are we done? Do we need some time? Not everyone, but thank you still for bearing with this kind of pace. Yeah, so now what we're going to do next, we're going to count all of these answers. All of these answers. And you need to get a certain point. Yeah, in total there is 16 statements. And now we will look at your energy level that you actually you are in the past 2 weeks. Yeah, because kind of it's changing, but let's look at this. So what we got? We have these 4 capacities, yeah, that you already did: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Usually when I do this kind of talks and trainings, I ask, okay, please raise your hand who has, from 0 to 3. Is anybody? But I'm not doing this here. Let's do it. Okay, so let's do it. Audience demands. Okay, please raise your hands who has this from 0 to 3 about. Yes, total. Including 3. It's only 3 people. 3 people. Let's give our applause to them. Woo! Okay, congratulations. You won the prize. Now we do a sit-ups. No, I'm kidding. Then we have from 4 to 6. How many of us? 6 is the... Okay, I smell something here already. Great, thank you. So what that means, yeah, you have reasonable energy management skills. Yeah, so you are still, you're still doing good. It's very interesting in what areas of these capacities you have the biggest number, from 4. Every quadrant is out of 4. How many? Yeah, so then we move a little bit higher. Who has more than 6? Please raise your hand. More than 6, okay. And here we need has some division. One is from 7 to 10 and from 11 to 16. I'm not going to ask who has more than 11, but if you have this at this particular moment in your life, I would really advise you to have a pause. And the ones who have a significant energy management deficiency also, so look around, what's happening around you. And for that, we will go briefly into other sections through every of this capacity. And if you put some points, please look, where is the biggest point you have put that you have on this scale? If it's here 4, so how many you have in this or in spiritual or emotional? That gives you indication where there is some lack. Where is some lack in your maybe life or your professional or maybe in some other areas. And the first thing that, of course, this hymn is backed up by Dr. John Loch and Groppel. It's called Full Engagement. And they specifically look in the area how as an individual energy and how your individual energy contributes to the organizational energy. Because organizational energy depends on me. How I feel, how I am, and how I can produce results. So on this side is the business side. On my right side, in this side, is my personal. So if I eat well, if I sleep good, if I exercise enough, I have some stamina, I'm strong enough to take all the crushes in the organization. So I'm physically fit. So first of all, why organizations now take a lot of opportunities to the perks, full fridges, sports, and so on, in order to keep this physical thing. And now we come to this point where I need your collaboration. Are you ready to collaborate with me? Yes, you are ready to collaborate. So if you're ready to collaborate, please stand up. Because one of the first, and put your things down on the chairs, because we are going to have some movements here. Because some of you are maybe a little bit tired after lunch. So what we're going to do, you will have, not you, we will have some music. You will see, and also who are watching, also please stand up. You're not sitting, who are watching us, and if you are going to review this, I will be asking you to look at the screen and repeat what you see. So for that, I have this beautiful guy who is going to help me with the music. Yes, we are thinking right now, we are doing what the guy is doing. And challenge yourself. So please sit down. Thank you for collaboration. You did a good job. How do you feel right now? A bit better. No, we're not going to do planks. Instead, you want to do it. We're not going to do it because this kind of meetings, and you can copy-paste into your workplace to do plank meetings. This picture is specifically taken at the recruitment office. Imagine where. You are using it daily, this specific tool, this app actually. Where? No, not Google. It's actually LinkedIn recruiting team, and they decided to have a daily planks 3 p.m. across the globe. In every office, no matter what time of the day, not of the day, of the zone, they were doing planks, yeah? And everybody could join online, offline, and so on. So what that means, we're talking about physical thing, yes? So it increases our energy. Now you are feeling a little bit different, energized. I'm not including walking here because we do that and we need to reinforce that more and more. But what also I want to mention is also about sleep. Sleep. Why do we need sleep? Any idea? Energy, rest. The what? We need actually first to survive. Basic need to survive. If we don't sleep, we can't do anything. Then we also need to keep our nervous system functioning. If you remember one of the articles, like Elon Musk was sleeping and eating in the factory. Yeah, maybe he got some nuts in his head because he became a little bit inadequate. So that's why he was lacking of the sleep. You know, that was things were happening. Another thing is to keep us growing. Well, not tall, not wide, but internally as well. That what we mentioned, we need rest. And also, this is very important, we have a specific type of sleep, how we sleep. Some of us are larks, some are third bird, some are owls. There is also an assessment to assess which kind of type are you, you know, depending on certain criteria and questions. And Dr. Michael Bruce, there is also a book I will give you in a reference list. He wrote a book and there is assessment available. And what's important is actually this side, you know, how we take the decisions, you know, how we analyze the information. It depends what time we go to bed and what time do we wake up, you know. So it's a whole study about this. And I just want to put the awareness on this thing that, you know, exercising, sleep, it's a vital role. I have no time to talk about the food here. Maybe it's another time. And we need to move on actually to few more things just to put the dots. So one thing is only compare yourself who you were yesterday. You can compare yourself only who you were yesterday, yeah? 1% of improvement daily brings you to better. Do a few things well, not as many as possible. I think that's today one of the speakers told in his presentation. Concentrate on one, focus. Now we will move to another section. And lastly, plan time to do nothing. It is good for your brain. You know, in Dutch, anybody is from Netherlands here? Oh, not yet. They have a concept called niksen. Niksen. Niksen is the art to do nothing. Yeah, you can search more on this, and we need to, you know, or fika in Sweden and so on. It's all about that, to find time to do nothing. Yeah, just wandering. Let's remember this. Now we will move to emotional. Physical is all about we got eat, sleep, exercise, dance, yeah? And now we have emotional. Well, emotional, it's all about not only emotions, but also how we feel good. Well, since I like this kind of small assessments, we will do now assessment again about how you feel. So first thing first, how do you feel now? Okay, that's a typical Lithuanian answer. Gerai. Normally. But in order for us to help ourselves a little bit, I have two questions only that you need to rate. Okay, can you rate from 1 to 10? So first question is, in a scale 1 to 10, what is your energy level right now? 1 is low, 10 is high. Your energy level, just think about. Put 6. Somebody says 6. I need to work better, okay. But maybe it's not my fault. Okay, just have a mark. Another question. On a scale 1 to 10, how you do feel now? Oh, interesting. Okay, how do you feel right now? Pleasant or unpleasant? Unpleasant is 1 and pleasant 10. Just for you to be a bit easier, we have a scale. Yeah. So first somewhere here, and pleasant somewhere here. Just put the mark. Put the mark. This kind of assessment is good to know if you lack words to describe your feeling, you know. When we know exactly how we feel, we know what to do next, actually. So, and this looks like that. If you put, somebody said 6. It was here, somewhere here, and if you have positive, so you somewhere here, perhaps. Maybe you're hopeful, maybe you're aligned, maybe you're challenged, and so on. Yeah, there are so many words to express our emotions, how we feel right now at the moment. So how do you feel right now? Energized. How else? Power nap. Power nap. Okay. And now I would like also invite you to collaborate. Because we talk about the emotions, and the best feeling is to be heard. Would you agree with that? And to be listened, and to talk. And sometimes we miss our moments in the life when we forget just to appreciate something. So in this particular, just 1 minute, you will need to meet, briefing. Well, you will need to meet one person or 2 persons and say, what are you grateful today? To your neighbor. So please stand up and meet 1 or 2 persons and just say, what are you grateful today? Hello. Hello. Yeah, you just meet. Yes, now, not tomorrow, just now. You can. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite you to sit down. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Anybody would like to share what are you grateful today? Perfect autumn. That's awesome. Yes, that's perfect. Anybody else? What are you grateful? Ability to come to this conference and be present here. Great, thank you. And another thing, what I just skipped, but I'm coming back, is about briefing. This is the secret ingredient that we have. You know, there is one song that reminds me about the briefing. We're not going to do this exercise right now because we don't have time. We need some little bit space and so on. Since we dance, since we just made a grateful talk. But I want you to remember, if you see that bubble, yeah, while I'm talking, follow that bubble and remember that this is your inner leader. And there is one song, follow your leader, 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 follow your leader. And this is your leader. This is your leader because it's for free. You know, when you breathe in, breathe out, you just stay calm, then breathe out, you know, and every time it's with you. And what happens in different situations that we just forget to breathe. We just give it to something, to somebody. But we own that. And box, this is actually the box briefing. And briefing helps us, of course, to release the toxins. With the stress, what we have as well, it brings totally a different stamina, different posture for us. And we are more engaged. So remember, do some breathing exercises. Well, I'm doing that daily. It helps me, you know, to concentrate. And concentrate comes to the mental ability. Mental ability is our third ability in this theme, and that's specifically for those, maybe for the majority of the audience, that you need to take the decisions. Concentrations bring to maybe strategic focus, to agility, and maybe some clear judging. So there are different methods how to take the decisions. But I want to ask you, how do you take decisions? Common sense, only my sense. So, and we have a different possibilities to take the decision. Would it be, limit the options, maybe think of your money and time if it's applicable and involved, but every one of us taking differently. But what I learned when I was studying at the Resilience Institute during pandemic, one of my mentors who was teaching, Dr. Sven, he showed this slide, this particular one. Like, okay, our energy goes where attention goes. Yeah, or our attention goes where energy goes. Yeah, where I'm focused, everything comes. So if I'm present right now with you here, so I'm relaxed. Of course, I'm a little bit maybe nervous. It's okay. But if I think about the future, yeah, what will come tomorrow or how many things I need to do, it comes fear. So if you put yourself into my shoes, if you are not here right now, you're thinking about something else, maybe some ideas in your life, maybe just, exaggerate you, or maybe give some extra points or energy and so on. But still, when we are not present, when we're thinking about the future, it's like worry, what will happen? ChatGPT will take over. What's gonna be? Metaverse, occupies our minds and hearts and where we are. But instead, if we are thinking of a past, oh, I could done this, I could done that, it puts us sad feelings. But it's already gone. It's gone. We are now in the present, and that's why. Perhaps companies want people to be in the present, to take present decisions, but look for strategic focus and so on. But when we come to ourselves, when we stand or sit in the same place and looking from today's perspective, we can really come down. Remember that inner leader that you have, follow your leader. And that's the key, I think, of this talk, to remember how you breathe, because it brings the alertness and aliveness. And our energy, this pyramid, slowly brings us into the final one, spiritual. And this is the core. Yeah, sometimes people looking, where do I belong? What do I do? What's my mission in life? Yeah, what's my vision? Our company has a vision, so I will be with the company vision. Company wants commitments, but to whom I am committed. And of course, it's about values. We're not going to do a kind of value test here or something. We could, but we don't have time. But I will tell you a story of mine. And this story is with one period of my life when I was working with this professor. Anybody knows? Yeah, it's written there. Yes, you know this. Well, she's a Lithuanian anthropologist professor who devoted all her life to research and protect orangutan species. The difference between them and us, do you know how many percent? 3%. They totally understand everything, they process everything like us, and so on. But the only problem is they don't talk in a way that we talk. So she devoted all her life to research them and protect in Indonesian forests. And how come, all life, starting from her 18s or 19s, she loved them. And she was fighting with blood and tears, saving these animals, even though the industry now, the businesses are cutting the trees in Indonesia and putting the palm oil. And she is advocating every single time when she has a stage. She wrote a book. It was translated into numerous languages. And when I got the possibility to work with her, I literally could not understand how a person can devote so much time and just, be like an orangutan, feel, hear, understand, but at the same time going through and so on. She has no idea about the project management, no agile, no scrum, and she's not this and that, but she's a master, And when I was thinking, guys, you have this title, Scrum Master, Agile Master, like, wow, it's like, may I in the world, like, but that's also like a responsibility, what you do, how you help organizations, people around you to be better, solve the problems, even though that maybe you not solve the problems, maybe you do something else. So Birutė Galdikas, like a scientist, she got a lot of awards for what she has done, and it helped a lot of people, inspired a lot of people. And her mission, her why, is this, Of course, I would ask you, what's your why? What's your why? My why became when a few long years ago, I was interested into personal development field, different strategies, how to be productive. And I had this smart goal, and then I dropped that goal because I found something else. I thought, don't need the goals, maybe just you need to who you need to be, then went to this and that. And then I went to find my purpose and my passion, and I wrote the book. I thought, wow, that's amazing. So what to do next? Yeah, but I think maybe it's enough for a moment, Maybe somebody wants to fulfill your dream or your mission or maybe the goal, just do it. There is no time to wait. She's doing that all her life. It's not that much time left. So what's in your energy right now? So when we put all these things all together, now it's not the result anymore. We had the results. Yeah, you have measured, you have from 1 to 3 or from 1 to 6. Yeah, these ones. But this is not the result anymore. Now you need to take a promise for yourself. What you're going to do in these particular areas that will help you to be yourself better every step and every day. For starting with yourself, remembering that, we have this physical level that is about our nutrition. We didn't talk today about nutrition. For example, about the coffee. How much coffee do we consume? How many snacks do we eat? Do we really need this? Maybe not. But some cheat days, it's okay. Yeah. When it's our emotions, how we appreciate people for the small works that we do daily, how we appreciate ourselves, first of all. How many times do you say, thank you for yourself? Great day job. Yeah. Remember to congratulate each other. Breathing. Well, everything comes from the breathing. I think that's ultimatum, that our inner leader. Yeah? Remember that as well. Well, we are practicing, but now we are a little bit reinforcing and putting some key points on that. Mental energy. Mental. Decision and attention control. Yeah, there are different techniques like Pomodoro. You have agile, very fast, do and fail, and again, repeat, measure, and so on. Yeah, how we are mastering that and how that helps. Maybe sometimes we just need to have this daydreaming, as they call Nixon, Fika, some other words in other cultures, just to go and daydream and enjoy that. And finally, is that our that inner force that brings us every morning. Somebody brings kids in the morning, and that's maybe the most exciting thing, to wake up with the kids, or maybe to go to your plant, or maybe to do the food, or maybe to construct something. That's how it's amazing, isn't it? So it both applies to personal and business. So that's why this model to see for us where it comes from me, or to organization, or to my business, doesn't matter, or activity, what they do, or a service, what I do, because, on the other hand, organizations need alive people. Organizations need alive people who smile, who smile every single time. So as I promised that for every 1 hour of learning, you need to spend an hour of applying. So it's a question for you. What you're going to apply today from all of this talk, conversation, and so on. One thing that you're going to apply. And yes, here you will find in this QR code 3 things. One thing is extended version, what I have talked today. It's a course there maybe you would like to take. Maybe you'd like to read my book and order that book. I don't have copies anymore. I had a few copies with me, but don't have anymore. And few lines for me, what you would like to give the feedback to me. And going to an end, we have 5 minutes left, I guess. Would you like to have a bonus, or would you like to ask a question? Bonus. Are you ready for bonus? It's time for bonus. Yeah, so the bonus time, it's very great. I thought it's a whole like a summary. And we have 24 hours, right? Everyone else has 24 hours. But this is the productivity hack that I adore very much. How you divide 24 hours. 8 hours for what? Great. Another 8 for? Eat. Yes. But that's the work. It's your work to eat, yes. Yes, it's sleep, work, and then rest one. Fun. So we have this rule, 8 hours is for yourself. And then we go a little bit deeper. 8 work, 8 sleep, and then those 8 hours for self. It's a formula is 3F, 3H, 3S. What's that? So the first 3F is about family, friends, and faith. So you need to spend time with your family, friends to give the attention and faith. Whatever your faith is, you know, it's not religious, maybe service or something like that. Another H is health, hygiene, and hobby. Hygiene is also how you keep yourself, how you groom yourself, first of all, how you feel about yourself. Health, yes, how you nurture your body internally and externally. And hobby, what you do in a free time, how you relax, you know, maybe everything can be combined. And what do you think 3S is? No, it's not about that. Sweet. No, not sweets. Sorry, what? Silence. It's a good one. Study, service, and smile. We need to study. Like majority of this audience like to study, like to learn new things. Yes. Also service. You need to have a charity, or maybe not a charity, where you need to give, to contribute to others. What Birutė Galdikas actually is doing on her purpose. You know, she contributes every time. And smile. Yeah, so look at each other and smile. Yes, so I want to thank you for this rule, or whatever it is called, and for your attention and for your involvement. And if there is a lot of questions, what to do next, or if you want a strategy, I can give you a 5-page strategy. No, I'm kidding, of course. Yes, I see the hand. Somebody is raising the hand. Now we are briefing. I see we are taking that into consideration. Yeah, you can take that if you are. Yes.
Yeah, the question is about the week, because we're all struggling, you know, with Mondays and probably looking for some Sundays and Saturdays. How to manage and keep the energy through the whole week, month, year.
Start from planning vacations. First. Second, how to plan vacation during the week. 1 day per week. No screen, no laptop. And that's how you recharge. We need to take off the screen. I'm forcing myself to do one day without screen, without PC, even watching movies, even though. And it helps a lot, and go to walk for nature or do your hobby. Yeah, possible. It's possible. Leave your phone at home. Get lost. Scary. No, it's not scary, yes. There is here a question. Yeah, but we need sometimes to detox ourselves from screens.
Hi, hello.
Hello.
If a person wakes up early, if a person wakes up late in the day and he wants to transform him or herself and start to wake up early, do you think it's worth to do this transformation? And if yes, what would be the best way to handle this, to become, basically to change your chronotype from lark to owl, or vice versa, to be honest?
I will give you, thank you for the question. I will give you my example. I wanted always to wake up at 5 a.m. because there is a book called 5 a.m. Club. I thought, I can join this club. I'm still in the admission process. Now I manage 6:30, you know. So it's your why. Why you need to wake up early, 6 a.m. What are you going to do? What's your schedule? How it benefits you? It's answering basically the question, what is the benefit for you? If you just want to wake up, you can wake up, but why you really need that? I'm looking very simple. You can force yourself, but then after 2 weeks you will crash.
So do you believe that this widely popular statement that people who wake up early tend to do more work because, I know, in the evening we usually get some stuff with our family, etc. And during the early mornings we get all of the time to ourselves. Do you believe that's true, or that is really, or that depends on the person?
I believe that is true if you have your ritual, how you take, how you groom yourself. If you take early hours for reading, for meditation, for sports, definitely. It grooms you. This is one of those, what's that called? Not the service, but hygiene. That's your hygiene. It's a rituals that helps you because you feel empowered. Definitely it helps. But if you don't have this sense of rituals, like reading every time 20 pages, or maybe to do push-ups or meditation to concentrate, it won't work, because it should be discipline for that.
Thank you.
Welcome.